someone flips me a back body. Say, oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. If you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe, like, and share, of course. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, Tre. What's good?
Yes, big up to you, cuz, and big up to the whole of the community. Thank you so much just for supporting what we do. It's for the fans, by the fans. And just before we get started, cuz, I'm wearing my D-Rock. Obviously, you're not going to be wearing it, but you'll be wearing it in the clip. So here's a word from our sponsors. Cuz I'm always loving the shadow boxing, man. So big up to you on just taking up your time, just doing that. But people, take advantage of the discount code, which is 40% off everything. All you need to do is put in the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you just get 40% off everything. Cuz I just wanted to say before we go into the show, big up to the whole of the iBoxingHub family. Honestly, obviously we've got Ryan in the chat saying he's comfortable in the bath. Seems like it's a routine every Sunday, so big up to you. Big up to Aisha from Green Diamond Boxing as well. So she has her new episode, which will be out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that as well. Cuz I have to just do this, of course, because it's been a great week for the family. Abbas obviously attended the Co-op Live in Manchester, and we also had our brother Rico. He done the watch long for it, so he obviously had over 2,000 people tuned in across all the platforms. So big up to Rico. And cuz I know you named the show Opponents for AJ, but I just wanted to quickly touch up on the event yesterday. You probably didn't watch it, but just briefly, I want to know your thoughts about, the winner. Darren Till obviously won. It was supposed to be Tommy Fury, but
do you know what? If I'm honest with you, it was a good performance. I can see why Tommy Fury didn't fight him. He's a threat. He's something new in the misfits boxing, should I say? No, he's decent. He's actually decent. Fair play to Anthony Taylor. He tried, but he couldn't do it. But I would like to see, who Darren would like to fight next, because I don't know if Tommy Fury is going to fight him, because Tommy Fury, if he gets opportunity, he'll most probably fight the likes of KSI or Jake Paul, because again, there's money in it, So with Darren, I don't know, where does he go from there?
Cuz it's a good question, and it kind of goes into my point about misfits boxing. Now it's been over a year now since we've been covering it. Obviously big up to Abbas because he does the crossover, so that covers misfits boxing, the influencers scene. So make sure people, you're heading over to the channel so you can tune into that. Darren, I think he can have any fight left. It's the market is so open. We obviously saw KSI. I'm not too sure about the Wayne Bridge thing. The fight I want to see is Jake Paul versus KSI. I think that's the marquee fight for Misfits. Would that be on Misfits on the Zone, or would that be on MVP Promotions, which covers Netflix? That's the interesting thing. Big up to Stay Weighed In as well. That's from our brothers Abbas, Ray, and obviously our brother Andrew as well. Oh, he's saying Till versus Paul. Nice and simple.
Would be, yes, I didn't think that would be a good fight. The build-up will be good. Yeah, why not? Yes. So what is he campaigning at cruiserweight then?
I believe so. I don't think it should be an issue making the weight. And look, whatever the money offers, I'm sure he would, take a good deal, especially if he's fighting, someone like Paul. If no Fury, the only one KSI would not face is Till Paul. Okay, only doing that fight when Jake looking to cash out, which is fair. It is a good point, of course, because I think that is a fair point. But because Misfits boxing, just give me your thoughts, man, briefly, man. Has your opinion changed from before?
No. Look, to me, Misfits boxing is entertaining. Right, it's entertaining. Misfits boxing, I feel that it was at one stage, it was doing better than professional boxing because we were seeing the fights with all these celebrities, should I say, or these, YouTubers, whatever. But now it's just like, okay, boxing is back. Boxing is back on the map, professional boxing. So with Misfits, they're fighting, they're putting their life on the line, etc., for our entertainment. But I like it. But I think what they should do, this is what I think what Misfits should do. Misfits and MVP should do 5v5. And that 5v5 should include Jake Paul and KSI.
Because you said it best, man, and I think this is just that's the right idea. So Turkey Al Sheikh, if you want to also take over boxing and do Misfits boxing, I think a 5v5 would be good. MVP Promotions versus KSI's team. Misfits.
Turkey Al Sheikh want to get involved in Misfits because he's purely focused on actual combat sport, etc. But I think if anything, KSI and his business partner should get in contact with MVP, and I think they could do this. And if anything, make it on Netflix / DAZN, make it happen. It will be fun and entertaining.
Yeah, no, because I agree with you. It is something that we need to see. Crossovers is always nice. So I'm just hoping that these two guys can get together and, make something happen, man, because you're obviously Mr. Sports Entertainment in my eyes, cuz, man. So whatever you're suggesting, man, I'm with you on that one as well. But yeah, cuz, start us off with the show.
Boxing. Yeah, so I wanted to briefly touch up on Conor Benn and Eubank Jr. So it's been finalized. The fight is definitely happening. However, I'm hearing this. I don't know how true it is. They're talking about a clause, rehydration clause. Apparently, Eubank can't go over £10. Now, if that's true, I think that probably works in Conor Benn's favor then. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm hearing there's a rematch clause as well. So my question to you guys, is it fair? I don't think it's fair.
Because we obviously have conversations off air, and I'm more than happy to, reveal some of those conversations that we have off air to the people, because it's for the community and it's part of the Sunday service that we give to the boxing community, man. So, guys, big up to you, 173 episodes. But yeah, in terms of if it's fair or not, I think just based on the situations that's happened with Conor Benn, with the the band stuff and all of that, I don't think him and his team, which is obviously Eddie Hearn, I don't think they should be really putting clauses or anything. So if you want to fight Eubank, fight at 160. Don't put any restrictions in his weight, because we know, especially from Senior, that he thinks that his son is naturally a 168-pounder, man. So this middleweight limit, yes, he's able to obviously hit the weight, no problems, man. But you saw when you're putting limitations in a Eubank, you saw what happened with Liam Smith, for example. If that was Conor Benn at the time, potentially we'd be looking at maybe Conor Benn even winning that fight at the time. Even though I don't think so personally, I think Eubank wins. I think regardless of the clause, they're just trying to, make it a little bit more easier on Conor because he's going up in weight. So I think regardless of the restrictions, I think Eubank will still do enough to win the fight. But in terms of your question for it being fair or not, boxing's not fair. Clearly, Eddie's had a few words and, part of the negotiations, etc., etc. And, he's made it happen for his guys. So, yeah, so be it, man. Whatever.
Should Eubank or Conor Benn lose, whoever loses, do you think they still deserve a title shot at their weight class category?
So, from my understanding, remember from the first fight, Eubank did say if he loses to a fighter like a Conor Benn, then he feels that he shouldn't be fighting anymore. So that kind of answers that question for Eubank. Whereas for Ben's in a win-win situation here because he's going up in weight. Even if he loses to Eubank, they can just still say, oh, he dared for greatness. He went up 2 weight classes. So either way, it looks good for him if he wins. If he loses, it's going to kind of get brushed aside. Why? Because he's going to get paid handsomely. So, yeah, it's a win-win for Conor Benn in this situation for me. So it's a win-win for Matchroom and Conor Benn. And it's a lose-lose situation. No, lose-win situation for Eubank because for the boxing fans, some kind of want to see the fantasy fight. Some want to see him, become a champion. But he's obviously going to get paid handsomely. And as long as he gets paid handsomely, he's blessed, he's cool. He couldn't care less what the fans think. But it's what the fans want. Most fans anyway. Me personally, I don't want to see that fight. But for the build-up and for the entertainment, we used to watch WWE, cuz, man. We know how it is with storylines, build-ups, etc. I think it's going to be good for the sport. So, yeah, it's personal.
Do you see this fight going to distance?
Nah, cuz this ain't going to distance, man. I think Conor Benn is going to get taught a lesson. He's the younger, inexperienced fighter in this situation. And I think, Eubanks is kind of going to drag on the fight a little bit longer just to kind of make it a little bit more entertaining. But eventually, I think he's going to stop him. I'm predicting, I said in the last one, from 8, 9, and 10 rounds, man. So big up to Carl. We've never obviously seen you in the chat, so big up to you. Depends which Eubank we get. The version that fought Liam Smith in the first fight gets beat. However, it looked quite impressive in the second fight. I do agree with you, Carl. And but Smith wasn't right for the second fight. Look, Carl, thank you so much for tuning in, and we agree with you definitely. If Conor did fight that Eubank, which was, put down in weight essentially, Conor's got a good chance of winning because we don't know how his punch resistance is going to be, especially with the restriction in weight. Because I know that he's not coming in at 160 on the night. He might just do a Ryan Garcia because it's not a title on the line. He might just say, yeah, cool, whatever the fine is, I'll pay that. You're gonna get blessed handsomely anyway. So
what you reckon he ain't gonna come in at 160, Eubank?
I think he does, but I think at the same time I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't as well. Like, his attitude. He does what he wants when he wants. I think we kind of understand that with Eubank. Yes, he loves the money, man, but at the same time, he doesn't stand for certain stuff, man, as well, man. So I think he does what he likes, man. If he wants to, yeah, go on.
No, because Conor, he's very, very confident saying this fight ain't going 4 rounds. Like, he's knocking him out 4 rounds. And I'm just thinking, is it because of the clause he's talking like that? Because Eubank, he can go up to 168 on fight night, and then it's going to be a hard fight for Conor Benn.
Yeah, because I agree with you completely. I think Conor is confident right now because he's probably seen the Liam Smith fights and the other fights and thinking, yeah, I've got a good, decent chance here, man. But what he doesn't realize is, I'm not a fighter. I don't know through experience, man, of course, man. But we've watched the game, long enough to have an understanding of certain bits. When he's in the ring with Eubank, it's going to be completely different to what he's seen, watching him, because he's going to adjust to the opponent that he's fighting. And I think Conor is just too small. I think he's just too small, man. I think there's a mismatch. It's not a fight that I genuinely wanted to see. I think it is a huge disadvantage for Conor. He's daring for greatness. I respect it, but at the same time, you could see why he's doing it, because there's a lot of money in this fight. Cause there's too much money in this fight, and he probably knows that he's not going to get a big money fight like this ever. So it's a good opportunity for both men. So yeah, big up to Mr. Styles 619 as well, all the way from Canada. Big up to you, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in.
So next subject, Ryan Garcia and Pitbull vs Pitbull. That's a decent fight. I think Ryan Garcia wins this fight because they're fighting at what? At 147?
Yeah, Ryan Garcia did say 147. I believe he doesn't want to fight at, you know, the lower weights no more. So I think he is fighting at 147. Yeah, he is, man. And also big up to Ra and Aisha. Big up as well, man. Yeah, he's not fighting at 140 no more, cuz, man.
Speed vs power.
Power versus speed.
I think Garcia's got this. I think, do you know what? Yeah, I think this is an easy victory for Garcia.
Ooh, what, you just going for straight easy?
Yeah. I don't know, because I just think Garcia's just too quick for Pitbull. Garcia's fought at what? The highest he's been, the heaviest he's been is what, 145?
Yeah, for that Haney fight.
I think Pitbull, obviously, when he fought Tank is at 135. Obviously, when he was champion, is at 140. Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously, from 140 to 147 is a different ball game. So on this one here, I'm gonna have to root for Garcia.
Oh no, that's fair comment. Raz obviously saying Eubank chin's gone. Ben stops him. Ooh, crazy one right there. Nobody's interested in Garcia versus Cruz fight. Let's be honest, us fight fans are getting used to seeing the best fight the best since Turkey's involvement. We definitely agree with you. Supposedly Garcia, Pitbull is 144 catch weight. Big up to Lucy's Fats all the way from the States, like always coming through the Fats. If it's a catch weight, I think it makes sense, and the welterweight division will become very interesting very soon. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I got a feeling after with Boots Ennis, give it another 2 more fights, I think he's moving up. If 2 more fights, I think he's moving up. He should unify the division, but yeah, I think he's moving up.
Lucy's saying, I think Garcia wins that anyway. I think Pitbull is a little overrated. I think I do kind of agree with Lucy. The reason why I kind of agree with Lucy is because that fight that Pitbull had with Tank kind of elevated his commercial status in boxing. So he's been able to get some of the biggest fights, man. But his last loss, you understand why he's not calling for Rayo again, man. He said, nah, I'm going to come back to him next time, man. So, with Chris Eubanks Sr. not liking the fact that Junior's fighting at 160, do you think he'll be involved in the promotion and build-up? Thank you so much, Carl, for mentioning this. Go for it.
Think he will. I think so. I think when money's involved and he's getting paid, I think he will. Yeah, he has to. This is like I said to you before, it's like the trilogy that him and Nigel never had, but it's the kids. And you need Senior there for the build-up, because Senior already will wind up Nigel and Conor Ben. Do you know what I mean? And possibly Eddie Hearn as well, and Barry Hearn. You know, so you need Senior there. If Senior's not there, then it is what it is. But I believe when money's involved, yeah, he'll be involved.
Yeah, because I agree with you, and that's something that I personally want to see as well. We grew up watching, Senior, and I definitely think, yeah.
One thing I wanted to say about the fight, because a lot of people, are jumping on the hype and saying, "Oh yeah, Senior's gonna get knocked out, etc." But just remember what he's been through, like personally, what he's been through, family issues, etc. He's got a lot going on, and I feel that with this fight, it's very, very personal, very personal. And I'm not overlooking Senior. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, this is how I see it. I've said it before. I said, if Senior doesn't get the job done, if it goes to distance, there's a possibility he could get robbed. That's all I'm saying. Because if I'm hearing there's a rematch clause, then that's the reason. But hey, enough about that. Let's move on to the main topic. We've got 10 minutes left. Right, so well, we've heard the good news. Sorry, the sad news. Tyson Fury, he's retired. Now AJ, in terms of opponents, so you've got Dylan White, the rematch. Potentially you've got Bacoli. Potentially you've got Wilder. Now, out of these lot, who would you want to see AJ fight? Because let's be real. Like, look, Daniel. They're saying that AJ is going to fight the winner of Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker. I think that's BS. Think about it. Let's just say, okay, Parker beats Daniel Dubois. He's going for greatness. Why would he want to fight AJ? Why? Do you know what I mean? If you can fight Usyk, yeah, and potentially, unify the division. Okay, I don't know if the money's going to be that big. I don't know. Well, maybe it will be, yeah. But my point is just like, so who's AJ actually waiting for? Because as far as I'm concerned, Triple D and Joseph Parker, they locked in. The winner is going to fight Usyk. They're not going to fight AJ. So who has AJ got to fight? So you're looking at Dylan White or Wilder, because Bacoli, I believe he's fighting soon as well.
Yeah, you know what? Definitely, cousin. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to put all three of these faces, just with Joshua, because I definitely think that's an opportunity. Is a fight that definitely needs to happen. You know what fight I'm going to choose, Cosman? I think we kind of touched on that topic last week or this week. I want to see this fight in Congo. I want to see Rumble in the jungle too. I want Bacoli to be headlining that fight back home in Congo, and I want Riyadh Season to come home to Congo, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. We want to see it, cuz man. I personally want to see it, but for me, it's too much of a high risk, low reward fight for AJ, so I don't see it happening. But if it's a last option situation and Turkey gets involved and there's a lot of money, definitely I could see that fight happening. And I want to see, these guys fight for this belt at least, man, just to kind of, make it a bit juicy. And I want to see a ring magazine of, Bacoli, Joshua, just all around that whole theme, man. So, no, big up. Ooh, my money's on Nigeria, but then that's giving it to AJ. That's giving that fight to AJ as well. Wilder's fighting April 26th as well. So if he looks good in that fight, maybe he has the potential to fight AJ in the summer, because I do believe that AJ will be coming back in the summer. He's kind of just waiting to see what happens. But cuz if you are Eddie Hearn right now, you're looking at the landscape of the heavyweight boxing scene. Who you advising AJ to fight next for his career?
For his career, do you know what? The biggest fight that should have been 6 years ago would have been with Wilder. That's the fight that I would want to make in the States, because at the moment, ever since he lost to Andrew Ruiz, the respect ain't there. They don't take him serious. So if he beats Wilder in America, then hey, then that could potentially bring Fury out of retirement and fight AJ towards the end of the year. Who knows?
Cuz 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. But you know what? If we were to see this fight, and look, even Aisha's getting involved, obviously big up to Aisha. She's saying Turkey's having conversations with Fury. I think he convinces to come back and fight AJ. You know what? It's a very good point, Aisha, and I know you want to see that fight. And look, as boxing fans, I would want to see that fight as well. But if I'm Tyson Fury right now, and with his attitude and with how he is, remember he said it's all about the money. And from those two fights that he had with Usyk, he's nice. And I believe Paris wanted him to retire ages ago, but he did this, daring for greatness. He had a good attempt against Usyk. But I just don't think he comes back to fight AJ, man. No matter how much money he's involved, because I don't think his heart's in it.
I think the last dance, same way Derek was fighting his last fight. I think with Fury, he would definitely fight AJ. If the money's right and it's been presented, he'll definitely do it for the British public. I think he would. I think 100% he would. Because look, again, he's got nothing to prove. But with him and AJ, I wouldn't say it's personal, it's more competitive. You know, and somebody said, who wins? It's a crazy one because look, mentally, Fury stronger than physically AJ is stronger than Fury. Mentally, Fury, he ages how can I put it? Mentally, AJ is weak when it comes to certain things. I'm not that I'm dissing him, but it's just the reality. Fury, like, look, for what he's been through, like in terms of on the boxing ban, putting on weight, losing the weight, challenging Wilder, going into his backyard, beating him, some would say 3 times, do you know what I mean? And defending the title. And do you know what I mean? So, yeah, whereas AJ, I think he's physically strong. So I think in the middle, if they meet each other in the middle, it just depends on who lands the first punch. So could he knock out Fury? There's a possibility, but then again, like, look, Wilder never knocked out Fury. Do you know what I mean? He never knocked out Fury out cold. Fury got up, and Wilder's the hardest puncher in the heavyweight division. So, do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones where it really depends on where you are on the night. Because sometimes what I get with AJ is when he's fighting someone, it's like, if it's not going his way, it seems like he's giving up-ish in a way. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Fury, he's a fighting man. He comes from a fighting family, So, see, I just... actually, being honest, I can't be biased and be like, because like, look, the Fury that fought Usyk on the second fight, right? That Fury will give AJ problems. However, if he trades with AJ and AJ lands, then AJ will give Fury problems. Because look, Usyk is not a heavy puncher. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not a heavy puncher. So, boy, it's on paper. Just judging on the fight I saw, I'll say Fury. But then again, I think it's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, surely, because obviously, the shots fired from Lucy, it wasn't nice at all. In terms of saying that AJ's mentally weak.
Because you got to think of it. Like, look, even like, look, when it got announced, AJ's fight in Triple D, all of us, including myself, was like, yeah, it's just light work, it's the knockout. But when
no, don't. When you say all of us, you have to take me out of the equation.
Right. Because
I said it.
How I saw it, I thought, okay, more experience, stronger. Naturally, it's gonna knock him out. But what I've noticed is that look at the opponents. Look at their resume. The last, some will say 2 or 3 fights. Daniel fought stronger and better opponents than what AJ fought. Do you know what I mean? AJ himself even said, he didn't perform well on the fight when he fought Daniel. I don't know if he didn't perform well or if he was concussed. I think it was concussed because from round 1, it just, do you know what I mean? So rematch, would the outcome be the same? I think he can make adjustment, but it can go either way. That's just my honest opinion.
It'll be the same, because, man, it will be the same. I just think
Daniel... It comes down to the individual. Like, look, Dubois at the moment is hungry. Yeah, he's hungry. AJ, is he as hungry as he was before? I don't know. Right? He's talking about being a champion again. I don't know how true that is. In the sport, he said it himself, he's giving himself another 2 years. So he's 35, he's going to be retired when he's 37. Can he achieve all of that? Then he's going to have to be active pretty much. He's got to fight 3 times a year. Do you know what I mean? But should he fight AJ next? Should AJ fight Fury next? Should he win or lose? Where does he go? Does he retire or does he continue? I don't know. So it's just one of them ones where, I'm just being real. At the same time, look, Dubois could have fought Bocoli, but he didn't. He chose to fight George Parker. I've told you guys already. Parker last fought last year March. Yeah. So do you know what I mean? He's been inactive, whereas Dubois been active. So there's a big difference there.
Yeah,
If Parker beats Dubois, I'll be shocked. Not to say Parker's bad. No, Parker's a good fighter, but just to think inactivity for him to beat Dubois, then boy, there's something there. Do you know what I mean? So again, look, may the best man win.
Made the best man win, cuz man, and cuz big up to just everyone just in the chat getting involved. This is obviously the Sunday service for the boxing community, for the fans, by fans. Raz obviously saying AJ goes straight into his mandatory fights and rematches, losses, unlike Wilder and Fury. Look, it shows he's got a lot of courage. But in terms of him being better, we still need to see, you know, that fight with Fury, in my opinion, because I think it's the right time for it to happen. But I don't know if Fury would be motivated to do that. Wilder, you knocked all of the resistance out of Fury, which is a fair point. That fight took a lot out of him as well, man. Yeah.
Took a lot out of both of them.
Yeah.
Like, look, no disrespect to Wilder, especially to his current coach, Malik Scott. Ever since Wilder left his coach and went with Malik Scott, wow. You know, there's levels to this. There's actually levels to this, you know. I'm not saying he should have stuck with his coach, no, but I'm saying if he got a more seasoned, long-term professional coach, whatnot, can teach him a few things. Because look, end of the day, look, we know Wilder is Wilder. He's not a technical boxer, but he beat Malik Scott, and now Malik Scott's training him. I find that wild. Again, no disrespect, you know. Obviously, it is what it is, but the reality
this is what I'm saying. Lucy knows. You know what? Because sorry, I have to say, Mark Breland. People just forget to, you know, they forget that this man, Mark Breland, in Wilder's corner, made a massive difference, man. Because remember, he's experienced as a world champion, especially coming from the Olympics as well. Obviously, there was that whole bottle thing and all of that stuff, man. But I reckon he should have kept the corner the same. Jay Diaz, Mark Breland. I think Malik wasn't kind of involved during that time, but he was kind of there, but then he wasn't. So I think a coach like Emmanuel Stewart would have been perfect for Wilder, man. You know, when you just think about the Kronk style knockouts, you know, setting up the shots as well, I think he would have been perfect for him. But you know, it's a subject for another day.
I mean, with Malik, sorry to cut you there, guys.
Yeah,
with Malik Scott, Wilder's only won one fight. Surely him himself should question himself, like, this is not right. Something's not right here. We need to add somebody else into the squad, or I just need to change. Do you know what I mean? You know, because all this talk, like, we haven't seen. Look, he had an opportunity to fight Parker, and hold on. Yeah. But you know, it comes down to as well money. That's the thing. It comes down to money. It comes down to money. So, boy, again, you know, he's fighting somebody who I don't know him. I've never heard of him before, but we'll see. If he looks good, if he struggles with this person he's fighting, then boy, who am I to say you should retire? But you should retire. That's just me being honest.
Yeah, cuz man, obviously, look, Wilder, I did like, you know, his career. A lot of people kind of look at certain things, man, but at the end of the day, we know when he retires, he's going to be a part of the Hall of Fame. He's going to be inducted at some point, you know, 3 years after the sport or whatever, when he retires. And look, I just hope if we don't see the Fury fight, then I wouldn't mind to see the Wilder fight if we don't see the Martin Bacoli fight in the future.
I've said this from the get-go, yeah. You get Wilder fight Dylan White, and then the winner could probably challenge AJ, right? Or you get Bacoli fight Dylan White, and then the winner could challenge AJ.
But because we've obviously had that conversation off air, Bacoli now is in a position where he's a lot more ranked than White right now, and he's more relevant right now to White. So would would Bacoli, especially we know what happened with that conversation that they had. They obviously had that scuffle.
I would. Do you know
Not
what?
gonna give him
At this present moment, obviously Bacoli's got an opponent now, but before nobody went to fight him. I would take this opportunity to fight Dylan. Like, if Bacoli says who he says he is, the boogeyman, prove it. If he was to knock out Dylan within, I don't know, five rounds, whatnot, it'd be like, okay, cool. But you know, it is what it is.
We just have to wait and see. We just have to wait and see. Stay weighed in. Big up to you, my brother. AJ versus Wilder is the right fight to make. Wilder is the most bookie Hall of Fame entry. Best win is against a past Ortiz. You know, a lot of people, but still Ortiz, a lot of people avoid him. Moses Satuma versus Joe Joyce. Joyce needs a big win to get back in the mix, and could be an interesting one. Only needs a title shot.
Moses
at their best, of course. Waste all time. Big up to Mr. Neutral, man. He's obviously saying Wilder, AJ now. He wants it, man. So, cuz
Moses Atuma, he's still young. He doesn't need to fight Joe Joyce. If anything, Joe Joyce should fight Dylan White. Or if anything, Joe Joyce should demand a rematch from Derek Chisora. I don't know. You know, so, or I mean, look, Triple D, he ain't gonna entertain Joe Joyce. The only time he'll entertain Joe Joyce is, you know, if he was to lose his belt. You know what I mean? Other than that, he ain't entertaining him. So Joe Joyce,
business.
Who wants to fight me club? So he needs to challenge Dylan White. Dylan White, yeah. Which makes sense. Or if anything, Joe Joyce just step up, like Bacoli. Nobody wants to fight you. I'll fight you.
Oh, Mr. Neutral, Scotland's greatest boxing YouTube. Yeah, now big up to Mr. Neutral. Definitely agree. Yeah, it is absolutely mad, cuz, man. But yeah, we're obviously at the end of the show, cuz. Big up to you. Big up to your family as well. Give my regards to, you know, everyone on your end. And big up to the whole of the iBoxingHub family. We're doing content throughout the week. So make sure after this show, you head over to the channel, playlist, whatever you want. Everything's there. So if you wanted to, you know, have some Chinese, you know, a bit of something, there's different options in the menu, man. So boom. I'm just excited. And yes, cuz I just need to remind the people as well, voting is closed, but I'm just going to keep reminding people that we've been, you know, put in as finalists for the best combat sports podcast. So we're obviously going to get the results at the end of the month, I believe. So guys, stay tuned. See if we won, see if we came second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. But for me, it's a tremendous achievement to the team. And, you know, without you guys, we won't be doing, you know, these shows. This is obviously one of the reasons why myself, Biyenge, have brought you, now 173, you know, roundup episodes, pushing for that 200 this year. You know, we've got Green Diamond Boxing. We've got, you know, Stay Weighed In. We've got El Rico with Bantam Boxing. We've got Rico and Trill with Across the Way, which they're covering throughout the week as well. You know, we've got Eric with the Crossroads. We've got, you know, so many different shows, man. We've got obviously Abbas covering, you know, the crossover influence of boxing scene. You know, we've got the interviews from Aisha and Abbas as well. So I think in terms of, you know, covering different aspects of boxing, we're doing this at the channel. So people keep following, keep subscribing, keep recommending to a friend, of a family member, this and that. But no, big up to you. God bless you all as well. Because I'm going to hand it over to yourself, but God bless you and big up to you, man, once again.
People. Happy New Year again. Just keep supporting us. We're growing. We've got more things to give you. We've got more features coming on soon. And just have a lovely, productive week. And we shall see you on Wednesday. Peace and love.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. Light up my scars with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag, baggy.